We back, man. GHB TV back in full effect. We here. Get the gang back. I don't know what was going on, man. They had my microphone going crazy. I don't know what the problem was, but we here. Link is in the chat. I mean, whoever slide in, jump in. We definitely back. Carbon 12, what up? We are back. We are here. King of Brooklyn, what up? Yeah, we gotta be clear, man. I don't know what was going on. De Niro Breed.
Yo, what's the deal, G?
Feeling you got like a fan or something going on in the back?
Hell yeah.
Y'all niggas got that heat on 85.
Man, what's the
Talk to me,
deal?
bloody. You see what was
Man,
going on in
I
there.
ain't gonna
Talk to
lie
me.
to you. Man, this shit crazy, dog. I came in on the part where Bud was talking about Boots had a chance to fight him. When? When? Tell me when this nigga had a chance to fight you, bro. Cause
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, after I know Boots was Earl mandatory for like 2 years. Then Earl finally fought Bud. Then Bud, he take all the belts. He hold on to the belts like he was gonna fight somebody at 147. Finally make his announcement that he gonna fight at 154. And then at 154, then after that, he move up to 168 and fight Canelo. So when the hell was Boots supposed to be able to fight this man?
Yeah.
See, and I don't be understanding the rhetoric. Like niggas can just come out and say anything. Nah, niggas can just say whatever, and fans just get up and run with it. It doesn't make sense. When
That's what
was
it
the
looked
fight
like.
supposed to happen?
Right.
And then on top of that, I did come in on another part too. Y'all was talking about that Keith Thurman Fundora. I'm not gonna lie, I think Keith Thurman might pull that out, even though he
Mm.
old long in the tooth. Bro, Fundora just too damn slow, bro. Like
Mm.
what Keith Thurman is used to, you gotta think Keith Thurman got that dog in him too. He might do all that, you know, breaking down the fights and doing all that little nerdy shit, but he a dog. Cause after he got dropped by Manny Pacquiao to the body, or was it to the body? No, he got
Mama
caught on
said,
his
what's up?
chin. He got caught on
My
his
bad.
chin. After that, he got up and he fought that man damn near to a draw. I really would call it a draw, but he could have pulled that fight out if he ain't get hurt by that body shot and he was running around, took his mouthpiece out and shit. He could have got that dub. And
Mm.
Fundora, if you see Fundora, every time Fundora get dropped, that man look like he can't get up, bro,
Mm.
and he
I
too
agree.
damn slow. Who ain't gonna be able to see Fundora goddamn punches coming? But the good thing about Fundora, he is getting better with each fight. Because if you notice his last fight, he was utilizing his jab. You got them long ass arms. If you keep sticking that jab out there and you blind somebody with it and you follow up, at least do a 1-2. Fundora just be doing some wild ass, long ass, looping ass punches that I think
Mm.
anybody should be able to get out the way of it. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, I mean that's
Um,
gonna be a great fight though.
it is.
Yeah.
Who did
Talk to me.
Fundora get dropped by Mendoza?
Yeah, Mendoza put him
I
out.
might have Thurman winning that one.
So do
Fundora got
we think
Fundora got dropped by a couple people.
he did? So do we think Mendoza got more power than Keith Thurman?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's,
Ooh,
it's not
sorry.
it's not really about power, it's about catching him right.
You gotta
You
Right.
catch
catch
him. Man.
if you catch a motherfucker right, man, they gonna go down or they gonna be hurt. They gonna feel that shit. You know what I mean? I think that just was a perfect shot. He landed a clean ass overhand, and then I think he hit him with a hook on his way down. So he
Yeah.
just
I think
he just caught him right.
I think Keith gonna frustrate him with movement early, man. I think Fundora chase him too.
For
Yeah.
sure he will.
I think Fundora gonna chase him and get frustrated. I think Keith can catch him then, but if Keith don't what?
The reason why that fight is a long shot to me is because even if we going off of the Brian Mendoza logic, Brian Mendoza was losing every round and every second of that fight until he caught him. He
Mm,
was literally losing every round of that fight. So
mm,
it was more of a thing where, like G said, he caught him at the perfect timing, and Fundora couldn't get up. That is the thing about that nigga being so tall. Once he hit the ground, even against Lubin, he looked like he couldn't. He didn't want
That's
to
a
keep getting up.
that's a good observation, though,
That's how
kid.
it be.
The height.
I think it's that once he hit the, I think he hit the ground so hard that nigga it'd be hard for him to
No, but
get
really,
back up.
really,
And I
really
think
think about it. He's really, really gangly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because he fights at a weight that he's not supposed to be fighting at, I think that kind of depletes his punch resistance.
mm.
Yeah.
Remember, he got a real long, wiry neck. That's not a neck for taking punishment. You know how they say your neck is like the shock absorber for the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
String
But
bean legs, string bean neck. So I'm with Foreign on that. When he hit the deck, he just seemed like he's like a tower that's collapsing.
My bad, Joe.
do you
Like
think him
somebody just
fighting
did
up in
demolition
weight?
on him.
Do you think him fighting up in weight is gonna make him even slower on his feet? Because the nigga slow as hell, bro. I don't see nothing, bro. My son is 2 and he move faster than that nigga, bro.
It's definitely gonna be a tough fight for Keith though, man. Keith gotta use movement this fight. He can't stand there. He got to use movement, a lot of it.
you, I honestly, I don't. If I was Keith Thurman, I would. I would kind of use. I would kind of do a little bit of more what Bud did. I wouldn't really move because I don't think Keith Thurman legs is like he can still move how he would want to move, how he would need to move to stay away from this type of guy. If I was Keith Thurman, I would just stay active and just keep turning them to his
Yeah,
offhand. Because if you notice, Fundora, he really is a lead hand type of fighter. Like if he got that lead hand working, it's bad. But
Yeah,
if that lead hand ain't working, and see Thurman got, I think Thurman got enough IQ, but I think that Fundora can make it a type of fight where the IQ won't even matter, just because of the
yeah.
dimensions of the fight.
Mm.
You know, he
hey,
can
but
make it tough to
foreign,
where Keith Thurman IQ
Here's the
won't be
thing.
able to make a
Here's the thing I'm
difference.
worried about, y'all. Keith's never been a really adept body puncher. Like
Mm.
I can
Nope.
never remember Keith being a good inside fighter. And I think how you beat Fundora, and I knew when I said the G,
Yeah.
shifting on the inside. Fundora is a big man and he's slow. He's slow because he's so big. But the
Yeah.
problem is nobody ever really turns him on the inside or gives him angles.
Right.
They'll either like turn out and then he has to track him down, but nobody is shifting on the inside to where as though, now they done touched him on the body and then now they coming across with a straight and then shifting back and then, hitting him with a hooker. It's like you don't see that. You don't see people using their quickness on the inside. I'm not sure that Keith possesses that.
and that's
Mm.
why I think Jermel washes Fundora. Like I think Jermel real life that would have been the fight to make was that Jermel
Yeah.
Fundora
I'm
because
not sure because
Jermel it would have
Jamel
been
is
a great it would have been a great show for Jermel coming back, getting back in the ring and going back for his belts. But I think the style, because people don't understand what Jermel was doing against Canelo. Honestly, that's his fighting style. If you go back and watch his fights, he used lateral movement. He in and out, but he also popping the jab. He used the
nah,
jump
but
too.
it's at mid to long range. What I'm talking about is you ever watch Vasil Lomachenko fight on the inside?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he used
I,
hella angles.
yeah, but Charlo won't fight that way. Charlo is for some reason like down south, like Texas black dudes, they got like a hybrid black Mexican style. It's like everything is like tight, rigid behind the jab. but it's predicated on closing distance, and then they just do a whole bunch of shoe shining after that.
Mel, my
Like,
dog, but his one
Hey
weakness is he stay on them ropes
Mills,
too much. He go to them
Mills. You
ropes
know
too
what,
easy.
Mills? You know what? And this is to tie into another fight too that I think we could talk about. You're right, and that's why I think Oshaki Foster is gonna lose because he does that too
Mhm.
much. I think exactly what you just said is exactly that Oshaki Foster style where you would think he's using more IQ than he is, but it's like he's not even using any skills, bro. It's like it's that come forward Mexican style, the shoe shining style. It's like I think that's why he's gonna lose to Cool Boy. I don't think that style is technical enough for a
Nope.
style like Cool Boy, somebody that's seen as many different fighters as he saw. I think that's exactly why Oshaki Foster's gonna lose, bro. He's too stuck in that style that you just explained.
Mm.
but it's
Cool
some
Boy is so
when I
good,
watch.
he ass. If that makes sense. So
That's a pause.
no, but G, his fighting style it isn't pretty. Cool
No,
Boy's like water. Whatever he has to do, he'll do.
right.
But the shit don't always look good. It's
No,
just he just finds he's like the Andre Ward or like 122, bro. He just finds different ways to win. If
right.
you can't if you can't box, he'll outbox you. If you can't fight, he'll just fight you in the trenches. It's fucking weird.
No, that's true.
I don't know. Back to that Keith Thurman fight though, right? What I noticed about
Yeah.
the footwork,
Keith Thurman, baby.
yeah, I'm really leaning towards Keith because just thinking about the feet, right, and how
The
you were saying
feet.
he needs to turn them, right. Fundora is gonna be a step behind Keith Thurman in
Step
every
behind.
move, everything he do. Because when Keith Thurman move, he can slide on his feet, bro. That nigga be sliding.
Here's the
How
So
problem
Keith
though.
go?
And he
You
can
How Keith
thinking
punch.
gonna look at the six though? How y'all think Keith gonna look at the
exact
sixth
that's the
round?
thing. He thinking about don't duck me, son. That's not I don't know
Yeah,
how old
Keith.
you are,
Yeah,
bro. But
Mills.
37 years old, them legs don't work like they used to.
Right.
Shit, I
Mills. I
just
think he
seen
been in
Super
shape.
Bud.
But
I
I
think
know
he. I
Mills, you
think he
know
in
this.
shape too.
You
But
know
after
this.
six, his
You know
legs
this, Mills.
gone.
It is disadvantages for tall ass fighters like that too. It's disadvantage to be that long and just it's disadvantage. Keith can actually punch too, and he can move.
Yeah, but
Fundora
can he
Hey,
move for 12 though?
Fedora never seen nothing close to Keith Thurman. And that's
true.
just the truth.
Yeah, but you saying that
But
like
peep
Keith done
game.
seen a Fundora.
Hey, peep game. You know that same punch that Manny Pacquiao caught Keith Thurman with
One,
when
two,
he was
one.
when he was rolling out though. He was rolling Keith Thurman was rolling out to his left, and Manny Pacquiao got short arms. What I was just sitting here thinking about, Fundora, he do throw that long ass looping hook. It might catch Keith Thurman, and he might, depending on how he can handle that shit, he might get put down again. Now that I sit here and think about it, because he can be a step behind, but he make up for it in length.
That's a good
So
Yeah.
if
point.
you punch, if he punch to where he think he's gonna be, Keith Thurman can get caught.
But I don't think he got the game for that. I don't think that he there yet. You know what I mean? And I think Keith mentally definitely got the edge. Experience wise, definitely got the edge. Confidence going in that ring, big time stage, got the edge. Power, I think he
Wait,
got the
wait,
edge.
wait, wait.
Dog, I think he
Phase.
got the edge.
I like Keith, but I think Keith done at the five.
Fundora
I
be
think
getting
Keith
hurt, man.
done.
I see
Wait,
Fundora
wait,
hurt a
wait.
lot.
Phase. Wait,
Like
phase. Wait,
I
he
phase.
be
think
ready
If
to
Keith
we
done
go.
at
really,
the
if we
five
really,
round,
if we really
six
assessing the
round.
situation,
Nah,
the whole thing,
it's gonna be
like
great too because
honestly,
you're gonna see Keith Thurman holding them belts, and and he gonna be screaming at Hulk
He's
Hogan
my
shit.
dog, but I don't think he got at the legs and the stamina. I man, at 54, this fight, I don't think Keith, man.
That's why he gonna
I don't think he gonna
if
make
he
it.
gonna press
Yo,
that
Why?
gas, he gotta get up
that
out
Why?
there
ring
in a
look
slow
real
speed.
small when you
Why?
got a man just like hovering over you.
I'm gonna throw some money on Keith, man. Watch, y'all gonna see, man.
Yo,
I
you
We
hope
got to.
gonna
you
hop
I'm
back
put
do.
on.
20
I
on
hope you
Keith.
do,
I'm
and
gonna
I
put
hope you
20
hit,
on
brother.
Keith. Money
You
line.
put 20
Hey,
on Keith
foreign,
for the money for
foreign.
the
I'm gonna
I
say
hope
this
knockout.
you
to
hit
you.
because you my skin color. I hope you hit.
Yo,
Shit.
I'm gonna
I
put
wonder who
20
the
on you.
underdog in that
When
fight
you
though.
look
That's
at
crazy.
inside fighting in boxing, right?
Cause I'm pretty sure he underdog in that fight.
Ain't too many dudes can fight on the
I was just
inside and
saying he gonna get
change
that
angles
fight.
on
He
the
gonna get them
inside.
belts. True. And
Some
then if he
dudes
get them
just
belts,
some dudes just stay in the trenches and fight
shit.
out of a high guard. But how many
That's
of
gonna
them
be
is
crazy.
shifting,
That's gonna
changing
be crazy.
angles, and giving different looks?
I just think Fundora too green. He too
And,
green.
and
He
you know
too
what,
green to
Mills?
beat
Mills, when
Keith.
you say that, bro, that's exactly why
He
fighters
ain't been
like
around the block long enough. Like
Lomachenko,
you know
bro,
how
that's
certain
why
fighters
fighters,
been fighting for a long time, where it's like you really had to be around the block to beat them. I feel like Keith kind of like one of them guys.
bro. And you know what? You know what? I'm gonna say this, bro. I think just because we're seeing certain fighters that are older and they're able to keep it up, I think niggas is falling in love. And like, bro, see, just because a lot of motherfuckers is defying father time, bro, niggas is forgetting, bro. Father time is undefeated, bro.
Hey,
Like, it's the reason why
Keith
Keith
might go
Thurman
in there and
came
get
back and
punched
his
out.
first fight was Brock Jarvis, bro.
A,
For real.
a
Keith
foreign.
Real
But when
shit.
you say that, they in there with niggas they age though. You feel me? They like
I
define
need Keith to win, man.
define
I think
father
he's just good
time.
for
They
boxing.
in there with people in
Fundora
their mid
trying to
30s.
cherry pick. That's what
Fundora is a
Fundora
young
trying to do.
man.
And I think
And,
it's a
and, and
bad
that's
cherry
what I'm
pick. I
saying though.
do.
This is a completely different type of fight. Like, and I think Thurman's gonna realize that when the fight starts. See, I think niggas is seeing this, and because Fundora ain't been on this type of stage, and Thurman has before. He's been there, but when the fight starts and niggas see how it's going, niggas is just gonna be like, oh damn, like because bro, like just I can't think of no other way the fight can go except like unless Thurman cracks Fundora in the first round, he gets his respect from the fucking bell. Then, bro, Fundora's damn near probably gonna walk Thurman down
He
everywhere
gonna
he
stop
goes.
Keith, yo. He gonna stop Keith, yo.
Man, Keith,
That's what I'm
I'm rooting for
saying, bro.
Keith,
I
Like he
man.
love
Keith
might
Keith.
is
kill
done
Keith
after six,
Thurman,
I
man.
bro.
love
He's not
Keith.
in
He
good
gonna
enough shape
stop
for
Keith,
this, man.
bro.
Bro, I ain't seen nobody
I was
fight
rooting
like
for
Biggs,
Keith,
His
man,
arms are
but
like lightsabers, bro. He be like boom, boom,
y'all be
boom,
forgetting
boom,
Keith
boom,
yo,
big,
boom.
man.
Nah, man.
Keith my dog, but man, 6 rounds, his legs is gone. Probably 5.
Exactly, bro.
He's gone. He
Yo,
gonna be a
how
sitting
old are you,
duck.
bro?
Huh?
Keith?
How old are you?
Oh
I'm
man, y'all
33.
crazy.
All right, so you remember how your legs was at 23? And you
Yeah,
would get
not
out
the
there and you
same.
would
They
play
ain't even, not
ball.
even close. Not even close.
Man,
Yeah.
bro, you get out there now. Man, after one
G
spool,
said
you
it's
like,
70
yo,
30. He said
sup,
it's 70-30.
take my
Fundora,
place.
30-30 Keith.
I went and helped to do that work today and I'm sore. I went to work helping move some shit around, my legs sore. Man, hell no. Shit to
Hey,
me.
no, you know what's crazy? Because I don't write Keith Thurman off because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing, and you know what, FaZe? I agree with
Hey,
you, right?
no, Keith,
Fundora to me, he is
Keith.
green, but the nigga is so much of a disadvantage to any fighter that it's really hard to even call him green. But I can't write Thurman off. It's still a 50-50 fight to me. It's a 50-50 fight.
but we can't act
But
like
Thurman got to set up a good punch, man. He got to set
we
it up
can't act
like
like
He
Mendoza.
Fundora ain't got
will.
IQ though.
He
Because
will.
Fundora
He
when
will.
Fundora came back and fought Tim Tszyu the second time, all that shit that Tim Tszyu was getting off with, he killed all that shit by just popping that jab out there from a longer distance. And when Tim Tszyu was even getting close to landing that little weak ass overhand right and left he was doing,
Hey, wait.
Fundora he
That
But
round,
was
did he?
getting away
that
from that.
round before he quit, man, he caught Fundora with 3 of them in a row, but
Yes.
Fundora was just hurt. He went. I mean,
Yes.
but
It's
Zoo
like
was
you
just hurt.
hurt too
He was
easy.
turning Fundora head. His whole head was. I said,
I know.
Man.
damn.
And
hey,
you
hey,
talk
But
y'all
here's
about
the
want to know
thing.
Tim
something?
Tszyu
And
after
this
being
and this is
stopped,
and
what,
this is
2-3
and
times?
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. And that's what I'm saying about
you
Fundora,
talk
right? I
about
don't think I don't
you
think
not even
Tim Z
talk
was
about
hurt in that
the
second
first
fight,
fight,
bro.
Tim Tszyu. Because
What
first
what
fight, Tim Tszyu was whooping his ass. If he didn't get
Yeah,
that
he
Yeah,
cut,
was.
he
he
destroys
was.
and
Fundora.
hey,
If he
he
didn't get
was
that
until
cut,
it got
he
bad. But look,
destroys
I
They
don't
Fundora.
fucked
I
I
him
don't
know
over
y'all
I
on
seen
don't
them
him.
think
first
I
three
don't think
rounds.
Tim Zoo was hurt, bro. If
If he
you
didn't get
watch
that
the
cut,
fight,
that
Tim Zoo
dent in
was
his
not
head,
hurt.
pouring down his face like a wrestling movie, he destroys Fundora that first fight.
Hey, that
No.
second fight, Tim
All
Zoo
right, all
just
right, all right. But
lost
look,
his.
I don't think Tim Zoo was hurt in the second fight, bro. If you watch the
He
fight,
lost 3 fights straight
the
or
nigga
two
Tim
fights and
Zoo
then he
quit the
won
fight,
one.
bro, because
Then
he
like
realized he couldn't
that
do nothing
cut
different,
ended his
bro.
career for real.
Hey,
I ain't
Yo,
gonna
y'all
Corn,
lie.
I
got,
agree with
Tim
you
Zoo
on
y'all
knew
that.
got,
he
y'all
couldn't
got
do
let him.
nothing
Y'all
different,
got
bro. If you watch the fight, the
Yeah,
same
he
thing was
gave up.
happening. Tim Zoo
He
was
gave
catching
up.
Fundora, but it didn't matter.
I'm not gonna
It
lie though,
like
but the first fight though, I had money on Fundora, but by the second and third, by the second round, when his nose was busted, I said, "Yo, he about to get stopped." I had money on Fundora, but they ain't stopped the fight after the cut, and I seen all that blood. I said, "Oh." But before that, my
Hey,
money
yo,
was gone. I said,
but
"My money
yo, you
gone,
gotta
bro."
I'm
remember
telling
that
you.
was a short notice fight. They took
It
each other
was,
on like
yeah,
2 weeks
it
because
was.
he was supposed to.
Yeah,
Fundora was supposed to
telling you.
fight Boyachuk,
So
and
just imagine Keith hitting him. Keith gonna hit him good too. Keith know how to set it up.
Hey, Tim
Hey,
Zoo pulled
I
the
wanna bet
Mantis
you. I wanna
Stanionis.
bet you. I wanna bet you,
I
bro.
don't know,
We need a
man.
DM. I
Keith,
wanna bet
man,
you.
Keith like the blue moon of boxing. You see him, you hardly see
You know
Keith,
what I'm saying?
man. I don't know, bro.
I wanna bet on that
That
fight.
hey, that
I wanna
nigga
bet.
Fundora, he off at college studying right now.
I'm
That
gonna keep
nigga,
it real. If Fundora come out the first round and just, you know what, I'm just gonna go 100. As soon as the fight start, he gonna wear
he
Keith down. Just not even just even the pressure of him walking forward with that length, walking forward, jab, walking forward. Keith on defense, moving a lot. He gonna burn out, bro. He gonna burn out. He gonna at
but
some
Keith
point going to
don't
stand his
have to go
ground.
to his body. You gotta hit that. You gotta
Keith
hit
ain't going
Fundora on the
down there.
hits.
You
You
reach
gotta
yeah,
down
hit
but
there and
Fundora
if you
miss.
don't
angles in
got
the
if
hits.
you
You
don't
reach
got
down
that
there and miss.
skill set, if you never
Man,
cultivated that skill
He
set,
got hype,
it's
but I
gonna be
don't know why.
hard to do that
Like
shit
it's like
against a six
people
six
confusing
dude if that's
hype with
not what you
good.
do.
Like he's
I don't know.
decent
What
with
Bud
hype.
say? Don't go to the body. What Bud say? Don't go to the body when he told Spence. Oh, that's dangerous.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think that the fight is so much of a fucking like disparity that even if Keith Thurman goes to the body, it won't matter. I'm telling you what he got to
Hey,
do
no,
in the first round.
who gave Floyd
If
that
Keith
work up in
Thurman comes out
sparring
there,
though?
if Keith Thurman comes
Earl
out there
Spence.
and he
Earl
clips,
Earl Spence.
Spence.
he clips,
But that was a
then
disciplined Earl.
Oh, I'm
That
just though. I'm just saying.
what did
I'm
you
gonna
When
keep
say?
it
they
real,
that
man.
work.
and I
This
ain't even
this
talking
fight shouldn't
about
even been
outside
Sage,
the
I didn't
ring
sanctioned,
even hear what
Earl.
man.
y'all
I'm
was
talking
saying.
about inside the
This-
ring Earl Spence that didn't lean too far over his front foot.
You know he do
When he
that.
didn't reach, yeah,
Wait, what
if
are
you
we talking
notice
about
he
though?
start nah, he was saying Earl gave Floyd that work, but I was saying that's a more disciplined Earl in the ring.
In
I'm not
sparring?
talking about
Hey yo,
nothing. Yeah.
De Niro, I want to
Come on,
put you on
bro.
something. Amateurs give
Hey, cause
professionals the
Floyd
work
Floyd said
all
it.
the time, yo. Top level amateurs, young boys be giving world champions the work all the time. All the time.
That's why I gotta get in these gyms, man.
David Benavidez came up like that. What the
You
fuck?
there's 100.
Literally.
Floyd got over on Purnell. Floyd used to get over on Frankie Randall. Uh Earl got over on Floyd. It just happens. The young boy,
yeah.
like, G, you still on here?
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I'm here.
You sleep.
Oh, G was
Yo,
over
G,
there.
tell
Sweet.
them how often you seen top level
Okay, I
amateurs
can hear you a
give
little
world
bit.
champions work.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
little
we can
bit.
hear you.
Damn, they got G in the scuba gear.
Man, they got him
He like
fucked.
he
Man,
under the
that's why I
water.
couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I don't know what's that about, gang.
Oh, nah, you clear
There you
now,
go.
Oh,
There
King.
you
you
go.
yeah, you good. Damn, you
Oh
back.
man.
Fucked up.
What
Ooh.
what my nigga Floyd say? He say Earl Spence. He gave me great work.
Yo, remember, it's the amateurs, it's
Like
they
real
Super
good
Bowl.
work. It was
It's
real
they
good
Super
work.
Bowl for the champion. He just looking to get some rounds and he looking to work on some shit.
Hey, Floyd don't like
So
Like
them
bro said,
southpaws.
that was a different that was a different arrow though,
Mills, you
man. That
not
wasn't
lying. Hey, Mills,
that
you
Yeah,
was
not
an
yeah,
arrow
lying,
with
like I
bro.
some
said,
man.
that was
You
a
not
whole
lying,
different
bro.
Earl,
Niggas be
bro. If
happy
you
as hell to go
watch
spar the
Earl
Yo,
pros.
Spence,
You not lying.
listen,
if you watch
I've heard
Earl
stories
Spence
about
from the
people
He
Mikey
giving
say
bug
Garcia,
work.
Super Bowl.
It happens though. It just happens. Dudes used to give Ali work, like the young bulls. Larry Holmes used
I
to get
watched
over on
Kell
Ali.
Brook and I watched the Ugas fight today.
bro, if you notice, Earl looked totally different from the Mikey Garcia fight. to the goddamn Ugas fight to the Danny Garcia fight. The one thing about Earl and that Mikey Garcia fight, he didn't do all that damn reaching. He
Mm.
fell
Oh
in love with
no,
his power. He
his
Mm-hmm.
started
feet,
lunging with his jab. He
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
his
started
feet got
that
shitty over
overhand
time, man.
left. Yeah, that overhand left became way more looping. If he can get back disciplined in that ring, he gonna be good.
I'm gonna
He
keep it
gonna be
real though
good.
too. The Danny, he looked. I mean, them fights he looked decent, but a lot of them fights too. That shit he was saying, always having them fat camps. Even his body structure changed fight to fight just from ballooning up. But when he came back from the thing and fought Danny, that's when I seen like, oh, I don't know, man. He don't got the foot speed no more. He reaching a lot in that fight. I know that was his first fight back, but man, I think the
Hey,
Ugas
hey,
fight looked
hey,
the same.
I
I
don't mean
don't
to
think
cut you
so.
off. I don't know
Like
who we talking
Floyd,
about, but I
like
just
Spence got
I
ugly fights though. They ugly.
man, hey,
Like
hey,
he
hey,
want
hey,
to
I
feel
just
But
want
your
to
that's how
say
he
this,
liked to
bro.
fight.
I just think
yeah,
certain fighters beat
but
the
you
career out of
can't
certain
fight like
fighters, bro. Cause
you
if
you
you
can't take
look at how
everybody punch
Spence look, Spence has the
consistently like
same
that.
look on his face that Canelo had after he got beat too.
Like,
Certain fighters just beat the career out of a nigga,
but he
bro.
gave Floyd that work
Spence
though.
might
Nah,
not ever
nah,
be the
nah.
same,
I don't
bro.
think that.
Nah,
I'm
bro,
I
sorry.
nah,
don't think
nah.
that.
Spence might
Canelo
be
had a look
done,
of
bro.
frustration.
Nah,
Spence had a
bro.
look
Spence been
of
sparring for the
I'm
last
lucky to be
27 years.
alive. A
He
little
ready, he
Facts,
ready
different,
to get
bro.
Spence
back
there.
right.
That nigga was lucky
Why
to
I
be
can't hear
alive,
Mill,
bro.
man?
Bro, y'all sound
Hey,
crazy,
that nigga
bro.
Spence was happy to make it.
Y'all sound crazy.
I,
Spence still had that dog in him, and he was in. First off, he walked in the
Man,
ring looking like
hell
he
no.
was he was already off the lean, bro. The nigga was already off the lean. He went in there. This nigga Terrence Crawford
Broken
hit that nigga
rib.
with everything clean, bro, and that nigga was still trying to scrap.
Hell
Canelo was
no,
already
bro.
giving
Bro,
up.
I'm not saying that he
hey,
ain't have
hey,
heart.
I
What
can't
I'm
hear Mill
saying
or
is he had
Foreign,
a look,
man. What's going
bro.
on?
He got listen, his career was on the line in that fight.
Or
I felt
Gravy.
like Bud did him a disservice.
Shit, his career was on the line when he flew. His career was
No,
on
I
the
feel
line
like
when he
no,
flew
no,
out the
no. I'm
car.
I'm
He should.
I'm
His
I'm
career
being
should have been
No,
over
serious.
he's not
already.
lying because he beat him
Yeah,
too wrong.
I'm
Like
being
his
man.
career
serious
was
because
on the line.
he carried him when he
He
could have
went
got him
against his
out. He could have got
promoter to
him
Yeah.
out
get
of there in
whooped.
4 to 5,
Yo,
and he
Spence shouldn't even
carried him
have
to
had a
9.
career. Him even being in the ring in that fight is crazy in itself. He shouldn't even. His career should have been over after he flew out the car. Honestly,
Bro, that nigga,
That's a
bro, y'all
fact.
be
That's a
talking about the
fact,
car
bro.
accident.
Fight.
He
his
came back
career should have been
and
over.
had three
He
fights,
really
and
rushed
I
back,
don't think
bro.
he looked that bad.
Nah,
He
he,
really
Looked
rushed
that
back,
bad.
bro. They was gonna strip them belts. That dude rushed back to boxing, bro. He really should have been out at least 3 years to heal. I mean, people would have forgot about you, but he rushed back. He ain't look good versus Danny. Slow and sluggish, foot stuck in the mud. Same with the Ugas fight. Ugas just couldn't move. Spence my dog,
Hey,
but
hey, S
Ugas
dot,
didn't
hey,
use
S
his
dot. I
legs
I would
that
like you,
say the
fight.
bro.
Ugas
S
fight,
dot, I like
it
you, bro,
looked
because you
pretty
talking
bad.
facts. Because
He
hey,
see,
looked
did
in
y'all?
and that
shape,
goes. But
but
look, that's
he
why we
didn't
can't
shape that
condemn
fight, but
Errol
his
Spence for taking
legs,
that fight.
bro.
That's why we can't condemn Errol Spence for taking
Hey, did
that
y'all
fight
see
though,
that fight
because Errol
with
Spence
Chop
did come
Chop and
back
Floyd
early and he took the fight even though he didn't have to.
at
But you
140?
right, bro. Errol
Conley.
Spence should have been out, but he didn't want
He
to
should have
get
been
stripped.
out. He
He
didn't want to
didn't
get
want to get
stripped.
stripped.
The
Yeah.
money he making, he in Cowboy Stadium, they
You
giving him
feel
all
me?
that
He didn't
money
want
he's
to get
selling
stripped,
out.
so you can't
Nobody
blame him
want to
though.
lose all that, bro. He should have never came
Hey,
back
foreign,
as fast as he came
foreign.
back from that shit.
Here's the truth that people don't want to acknowledge. Earl Spence would have been better off fighting Boots than Bud that night. And the reason being is
Mm.
Boots Boots has no
Man, I
restraint. He
fucked
has
up.
no
I can't
pause
hear
button because he's a
Jaleel,
younger
man.
fighter. So once he would have got him hurt, he would have went out guns blazing and then stopped Earl early, to whereas though he wouldn't have took that much sustained punishment. Bud was like, you never see like a samurai like cut parts of like cut your leg and then cut your sternum and then cut your arms and like he's like being systematic with it and walking around like real slow. That's what that shit looked like. It looked like he was sitting there
Boots can beat
having
that
fun.
Earl. But if you throw Boots in there with Lamont Peterson Earl, Chris Algieri Earl, I don't know. He could beat that Earl we seen versus Crawford. But the
Respect,
other Earls,
respectfully,
Anybody could have beat
respectfully,
that
any
Earl.
Earl's getting stopped, bro.
I love Boots. Boots my dog. I
Yeah,
love
but I
Boots,
know
but
I'm saying any
there's
Earl.
different there's some different Spences.
Yeah, but no, bro, it's a style thing. Earl, you can close. My nickname for him is the plain hoagie. right? It's good
The plain
bread and
hoagie.
it's good turkey, but in your plain hoagie, you could close your eyes and you see an Earl Spence fight. Jab, 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 left
hmm
hand, shoe shot. That's it.
Nah, cause he fought Mikey Garcia a way different way than he fought Lamont.
Yeah, but you're not worried. You're not worried about what's coming back though. The reality is Earl was the bigger, stronger man at 147 pounds. He fought a dude that was more skilled, that grew into the weight, and he was melting himself down. So not only is the dude more skilled and more talented than you, but now you done waited too long to fighting to where as though now you're depleting yourself, and he done
Yeah,
filled out in the weight class. The best
yeah.
opportunity that he had is catching Bud in them first two fights.
They
But
wasn't
once
they
Bud
they
grew
wasn't
into the
making
weight
them
class, that was
fights
it.
back then, man. Them
But
fights,
why
man,
we
when they was
don't put
doing all
no
that, them fights
emphasis
wasn't
on
gonna
the
happen back
fact that
then.
that nigga was, bro? That nigga was gone before he even stepped in the ring, bro. That nigga, bro, that nigga couldn't even talk. He in the
I was
interview
wondering,
talking
did he get
about
a shot or
that.
something before the
The
fight? Like, how that
yeah,
N-
work
he
when you got like a
Nah,
broken rib or something? Do you take shots or pills before the
he
fight for that
said
type
he
of shit?
no.
got
The issue was
approved
he
for
was
the
suffering
shot
from
in his
altitude
side.
sickness.
He said he
Altitude
got approved for
sickness?
the shot in his
Damn.
Yeah,
side
you
a couple
can't
nights before the fight.
you can't you can't train in altitude. You can't
I
like go
don't even think
run
it was
up a
the
mountain
altitude.
if you've been like training at sea level. You'll get sick. Like you can look it up. You can't do that. That was a horrible mistake
Damn.
that he made.
Man, that nigga was
No, no,
on
Wow.
no, no, no,
narcos.
Mills, you speaking on a fact. You know, that's why
Wow.
like most fighters, like for that's why if you notice Jerron Ennis, he stayed in Lake Tahoe for a little minute because you got to get acclimated to that altitude. That's why fighters like Canelo and Bud, like when they go have camps, that's why they live in Colorado or they might go to Lake Tahoe. They be there for months or weeks because you would get sick if you go back home, back down to sea level. That's a fucking fact. On God, that's a fact.
Damn. That's
You
crazy.
know, I'm right here by the mountain. We go to Big Bear all the time. And when you go up there, you'll literally fall out lightheaded if you go up there and come down and shit like that. That shit's serious. That altitude shit is serious. That's
Damn.
especially training. But I ain't gonna lie. I think Errol Spence. You know that I think the thing with Errol Spence, bro. I think he got so good at doing him that he never got better. That's what I think it was
That's a
for him.
good
Like
point.
he just never
Look,
got
Errol
better
Spence.
from that
No,
point.
Errol Spence has the problem is he need to listen to people, bro. You just got from a car accident. You first thing you wake up and tell Al Heyman is, "Oh, I want the Crawford fight." They telling you, "Don't do it, bro. Go up to 154." You already know. Don't do it. This motherfucker went against everything everybody told him. You done flew out of car. You definitely ain't beating Crawford now. The little chance you had, you're not beating him now. They telling him, no, 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 no. Do this, do this, do this. Crawford, Crawford, Crawford. Then when it finally come, that's what happens. Sometimes you gotta listen to your advisors, man. They know what they talking about. They see you, bro. You laying in the bed broken up, bro. You broke up. You talking about Crawford? And then when
Hey,
you do heal up
Crawford.
and they see your fights, they telling you, they see your fights. Yeah, you beat Danny. Yeah, but no, no, no. It's still lingering out. You struggling with the weight. No, no, no. Go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. He wanted to make that fight, and that turned out bad for him. He should
And I
listen
ain't.
to Al and them, honestly. He should listen to Al and them.
He
Al and
should
them
have.
seeing them fights and see how it was going for him. You winning the fights, but you ain't really looking like Errol Spence. You winning, but they seeing that and they seeing Crawford. Crawford knocked another nigga out. He knocked another nigga out. Another nigga out.
Yo,
Cause that
his
nigga super bud off
it
of that
was his
damn track.
feet though. It
That
was his
nigga
feet. Like my
bud.
man said early, he was falling in the he
Yeah.
falling into every left hand he threw, he falling in. His balance was
Yeah.
all over the place. His legs was shaky. And bro, ever since the accident, now he never had really good feet, but the accident it made it worse. It's like his equilibrium was off.
I want y'all to really go back and look at Earl at that Mikey Garcia fight. That I ain't gonna say he never had good feet because that was one of the best performances I seen him put on, and he ain't even knocked that nigga out.
Yeah,
It
but
was
I'm gonna be
just the
real.
way
If
he was
Earl,
in and out with his feet. He was boxing. He showed discipline by not reaching and lunging. He was on point. He was sharp. It's
yeah,
just
but if Errol didn't have that fat camp, and was came in a fight all skinny, he probably could have stopped Mikey. But he had another one of those. I'm 190, 180. I gotta go all the way down to 47. He had no muscle in that fight. It's a couple of those fights I watched from Errol. You look at his early fights, you look at when he went over and beat Kell Brook, you look at the Lamont Peterson, you look at Algieri, just how his frame looked. Then you look at him versus Porter, look at him versus Mikey, look at him versus Danny. He hardly got any muscle on his body. That's how
That's
Haney looked
because
to
he
me
keep
versus
working with Blu-ray.
Garcia.
That's
That's
because some of
diabolical.
those fights he'll work with Blu-ray, and then he'll turn around and not work with him because he don't want to do push-ups and shit. The nigga hard
Yeah,
headed.
that's
I
bad.
feel you.
But he
Yo,
was
but
saying some of them fights, oh, I had a fat
boxers
camp.
shouldn't hang
I was
around with rappers,
190.
yo. I feel like that's
Hell,
something that's boxers should never hang around with rappers. Rappers live a completely different lifestyle. If boxers gonna hang around with non-boxers, let it be another athlete.
yeah,
Preach.
Because
yeah.
they be getting caught up rolling with these rappers. These rappers
Adrian
live
Broner.
vampire.
Boy,
They live
that
in
liquor,
vampire
man. That
hours.
liquor
They
get them.
eating whatever they want to eat. They drinking. They
Yeah.
smoking. Like, but you rolling with these dudes.
Hey, Errol Spence time was coming because he was smoking on that pack.
I think that liquor was stronger than that pack for him. That liquor.
No, I'm talking about that karma had to catch up with him.
What karma?
That pack from that freeway.
Nah, man, I don't be believing that. Hell nah. I ain't gonna put that on Spence, man. Hell
Yo,
nah.
you ever
I ain't
Hell
notice?
saying
nah.
I ain't putting no names on it, but shit.
Yeah, you ever
Nah,
notice
He
that
killed
dudes?
somebody?
Nah, he ain't killing
Oh, you talking
nobody.
about that?
nah,
No.
man.
You
You
ever notice
crazy,
that dudes
man.
that got a girlfriend that's an athlete always be disciplined as fuck?
You said what?
I said dudes who girlfriends, like they have a girlfriend who's a boxer or a girlfriend that's another athlete, they always be disciplined. They always be in shape. They always be disciplined, yo. Because
Shit,
who
I
you
don't.
surround yourself, that shit matters, yo.
True.
Yeah.
That's why everybody over there at that in Bomac camp going crazy. Besides Bomac,
Man,
Yeah.
all them cats over there ain't good, man.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. Did y'all see the
Hey,
documentary, yo?
I was gonna say that all of them in Beaumont camp is not the goods.
The nigga
Nah.
with the dreads got knocked out by
hey,
the
Steve
Mexican dude on
Nelson
Jake
got
Paul
knocked his
card.
bro.
Yeah, but
That nigga
that's you
Steve
talking about
Nelson, bro.
Avius Griffin. But Avius
I
Griffin,
know. I'm
young boy
saying they
from
all
out
not
this,
good.
yeah, boy from out this way, Julian from out this way that knocked him out. But yo, I'm gonna take this conversation a little left. Yo, when y'all saw Bo Mack on the grill with the documentary, the first thing I was thinking is like, yo, I knew it.
Hey,
I
I
kn-
bet
I
he
knew
cooked
I
his
knew
ass
old head was
off.
a master on the grill. Like you ever look at an old head, like y'all, I know this nigga nice, yo.
Man, I could picture that nigga right now at a barbecue with the towel around his neck, with a beer in his hand, with a Corona though. He
Yo, and
got
them
the
shoes,
Corona.
what's the old head shoes? They like sandals. You know what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah, feet ashy as hell.
Yeah, the back be ashy as fuck. That's how you know he a grill god, yo.
Hey, and that brings me to this point. How y'all think? What y'all think? Keyshawn Davis' next move is?
They ain't know his career is. Whew,
Sit his ass down.
sit down, get his mind right. Honestly,
Did they
you man,
determine what
you
his
playing with
suspension or
millions.
whatever was gonna be yet?
I think Mills said that. Didn't y'all say he suspended for a year or something? No, he said he retired. He said he retired. He taking a break
I don't like
from the
his
sport.
attitude.
Is he
Bro,
at 140?
he throwing a temper tandem, bro.
Yeah, he no. Actually, I saw De Los Santos post. I guess him and Keyshawn is in negotiations, and it's supposed to happen at 140, 2026. That fight.
His suspension should be thrown right in with Zepeda. That should be his suspension. His first fight, 140. We're gonna throw him in there with William Zepeda. That should be his suspension.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Keyshawn Davis makes Zepeda look foolish because he got more pop. Like he might
Only thing
stop
about
Zepeda
Keyshawn is,
quick.
man, Keyshawn don't move his feet, man. He's
Yeah,
to me. I
Keyshawn
watch
don't move his
Keyshawn a
feet,
lot.
but
He don't move at
Zepeda don't move
all
his feet or his head.
because once you
He
start getting
not
there with
hitting
dudes
his
that got
head.
just as much skill as you, all that like he was doing that 135 or Baran checking on them dudes, man. You gonna be able to do that once you start getting there with more skilled guys, not moving your feet. You could do that when you ballooning up. Like that fight versus Baranchek, man, that dude looked like he was a 54 pounder.
Facts.
Facts. But the thing
He
about
That's
he
why
Keyshawn
big
Della
as hell.
Santos
Davis,
and them teams said, hell no. Look how he bloomed up versus Baranchek. You want me to put my fighter in there with this dude blooming up looking like a 154 pounder on fight night? Hell no.
Bro, I don't trust nobody near Snack, bro. Them niggas be getting big as hell, bro. I don't trust it.
It ain't even that. You just got dudes now in the game that can just shrink they can be at bigger weights and shrink their body down. I mean, to some people it ain't fair, but they say if you can make the weight, all is fair. But to me, that's what you got. You had a lot of them dudes doing that. These dudes fighting down. These dudes 5'8", 5'9" outside the ring, weigh 170, and you fighting at 135 pounds. How the fuck? And them niggas at 135 pounds, 5'6". Lomachenko and them dudes are small, man.
you
Yeah,
know,
130,
like
135.
but
Lamont
Dudes
Roach
shrink them
but
going in
down.
the
you
ring
wanna know
being
why
way
that's
bigger than
possible?
Tank.
But you wanna know why that's possible is because the weigh-ins changed though. It's not the same day. So what niggas is doing is they gotta make weight the day before. So the day of the fight night, they just blow back up to regular weight.
That shit is crazy, man. That's what I was saying about McGregor and UFC. A lot of them early runs, this dude is 5'10", 170, 80 pounds. He down there fighting Jose Aldo and them. Jose Aldo was 5'3", 5'4", 130 pounds. Of course, McGregor was knocking them niggas out. Them niggas was small. Then when he go up and fight somebody around his size like Nate Diaz, Nate Diaz was the bigger fighter. Hell no, man. This dude 5'11", 5'10", 180 pounds outside the ring, but he fighting Jose Aldo and them at a lower weight class. Them dudes is really 5'5", 5'6", really 130 pounders, small dudes. Of course, you're gonna beat up on them dudes down there every time.
Yeah, yeah. Shit, that should be crazy because Lamont Roach came in the ring looking big as hell against Tank. That nigga,
He said Tank too small. He too small. Then why the hell is you
for real,
fighting at 130 then if he too small?
and still lost to Jamel Hearing.
Why is you fighting at 130? That's what I'm saying. They saying, oh, he too small, but you fighting out at a lower weight class than the dude you calling small. I don't understand that.
Wait. Honestly though, in my opinion, bro, I don't think Lamont Roach came in looking huge, bro. I think he just taller than Tank, so it looked
He just
different.
tall. He ain't look that big. He was
Yeah, he
taller.
ain't look that big.
Bro, y'all see that nigga back? He looked like a Ninja Turtle with that fat ass head. Bro, that nigga head big as hell. I thought Tank had a
You
big
funny as
ass
hell.
head.
Not
That
not
nigga was,
not but to me though, I think he looked like he didn't look like a 35 pounder for sure. He looked like a 40 pounder, but I don't know about like 50
and y'all see
54.
who he about to fight next at
Roach
140.
better be careful this next
But you know,
fight,
I think
man.
that's where he got Pitbull because it's at 140. At 140, Pitbull ain't as
Not as
strong as
strong,
he is at one as 35.
but his
And
Cause
y'all
pressure's
think
still the
Lamont
same
Roach
though.
gonna have
He's
pop at
still on you.
140?
nah, I don't think it's gonna. I think Lamont Roach got this, bro. Look, bro. Hold on, bro? Did you hold on? You don't like Lamont Roach or something, bro? Because did you not see the display he put together with against Tank? He definitely has the skills to nullify
I
Pitbull.
don't. I don't. I
Hey,
did.
he
I
do,
keep it a
but I
buck.
think
I
I think
don't think he
Pitbull
do.
throw more variety of punches than Tank. I think Pitbull beat the body up more than Tank. Like I feel like a lot of times Lamont stand there because Tank is just throwing single shots. He throwing one shot at a time most of the time. I think
No,
Pitbull coming
it's
out
that I agree with you, right? But Pitbull does the same thing. So even if he throws more shots, it's the same shit. After a while, Lamont Roach is smart enough to catch on to him doing the same shit. That's
How
the
can
thing
y'all
to
say
say
yeah.
that
about
when
Pitbull.
Pitbull
Pitbull
output
don't
is
have no
higher?
other game plan. Once that shit he does stop working, that's it.
I
But
just
how
think
can
when you
y'all
going
say
against
that
fighters with
when
single shot,
Pitbull
man, that
output
shit.
Pitbull punch output is way higher than Tank's. Way higher. We gotta understand Tank throw the least amount of punches around, and this is why I'm. It's not even the fact that I don't like Lamont Roach, but he honestly didn't do anything spectacular for real. He stayed in the pocket the whole night. He punched. He let Tank get off. He punched in between sometimes, but he'll let him get off, and then he'll throw his. And that's all it was. Tank thought that the nigga was just gonna go in there and he was gonna hit the nigga and the nigga was gonna curl up or
Like
something. I
down.
don't know
Wait,
what
Yeah.
he
wait,
thought.
wait, 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 bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Bro, it kind of like, bro, we can't backhand compliment what he did, bro. He did do something spectacular. Tank has 30 fights, 28 knockouts, bro. Lamont Roach went in that ring and was able to not let Tank, bro. Tank damn near probably, how many clean punches do you think he landed that fight? Like, bro, he did do something special. So he clearly showed, okay, let's say he didn't do nothing special. He clearly showed he's on that level of IQ with these guys.
Tank was
So
landing
that's
some shit. He was eating it though. I ain't gonna lie. Lamont was eating some shit. He ate some
that's
shit.
what
He
I'm
ate it.
saying.
He
That's what I'm
definitely
saying.
ate
Like,
some
he
shit.
did something spectacular, bro. He was there
But
all night.
I just feel like
I
Pit
just seen
Bull
a
gonna
one
start
dimensional
downstairs and
fighter
come back
that
up
night.
top.
I seen a one-dimensional fighter. He didn't like. I didn't see Lamont Roach changing levels. I seen a nigga that stayed in the pocket and literally he. The only difference was he was shooting his shit straight down the gun. That's it. His shit was just more straight. Like honestly, he
Okay.
was struggling the first couple rounds when Tank was giving him movement. When Tank was giving him lateral
What
movement
did you score that fight? I don't really want to argue. I don't. But what did you score that fight though?
without the knockdown, I really
No, just
scored that.
period. What did you score the fight?
Bro, I scored it a draw. I scored it a draw without the knockdown.
Mm. So if you scored it a draw, you telling me? Did you know you knew about Lamont Roach before that, or like honestly?
Yeah, bro, I actually sat down and watched Lamont Roach and Jermell Herring live.
No. Okay.
That's why I
I ain't
was
gonna
saying
lie too. I
I
watched Lamont
seen
Roach
him in
versus
that fight.
Hector Garcia. When I was watching that fight for a minute, I couldn't tell who was winning until Lamont Roach got the knockdown because they was both. He was throwing it and then Hector was countering with the left hand. So I was like, damn, I don't know who winning this fight. I was rooting for Roach because it was a black nigga versus a Mexican. I was rooting for the black nigga. I'm like, okay, Roach, nice. But I couldn't tell who was winning because he was landing, but Hector Garcia was countering back. So I was like,
I'm
damn, this
glad you
fight
brought that
close.
fight up.
To
I'm
me,
Huh?
glad you brought that
to
fight up.
me, to me, I think
I couldn't tell
Lamont
who was
Roach.
winning at first
To
until he
me,
dropped him.
I think Lamont Roach is one of those fighters, right, where he takes away what you do best and he just doesn't let you do anything. Like Terrence Crawford, to me, he takes away what you do and he counters it. He'll do something to where he makes you stop doing it. Lamont
I
Roach
don't think
just
so with
make
Roach, bro. I don't
Lamont
Bro,
think
Roach,
so with
bro.
Roach.
If you watch his fights, to me, that's where he's best. When he takes away, because
Yo,
he's so much of a student of the game to me, bro. You could tell he studies and watch niggas all day. So when he
no,
gets in these fights, bro, he be already knowing what to do. That's
I
why I
no.
think
think,
he a good fighter,
like,
but
I
Peep
don't know,
game.
bro.
Just like he brought up the Hector Garcia fight, right? And you can't tell who winning the fight. That's because Lamont Roach, he sit there with the high guard. He literally wait. You get yours off. He get his off. That's why all his fights look similar. Because it's not that he slipping punches and he throwing to the body, come back, then he throw a combination. That's what Bud do. Bud can level change. He can switch hit. He can counter you. He can fight from mid range. Lamont Roach don't fight like that.
But bro,
Lamont
that's what I'm
Roach
saying. That see,
fight
bro, look,
inside and he literally trade is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
but you know why he was doing that? Because Tank is best at, if you let Tank just sit there and set you up and just get information. See, Lamont Roach wasn't doing that, bro. That's what I'm saying. And
But I'm
I'm not
saying
saying
use
I
the
never
Hector
said he was
Garcia
like
fight.
Bud. The first thing I said is that Lamont Roach does it in a different way. He takes away what you do best in a different way, bro. I don't know if you, that's just to me though. We could argue it all day, bro. And that's why,
I
because
think it's gonna be
bro,
a
it's
good
it's
fight.
it's a reason why Tank doesn't, he's not even giving him light, bro. Like, let's be honest. Come on, bro. Like, you can't tell me that you actually scored that fight a draw. Even
No,
like
I did because
come on, bro. I
I
don't
think
know.
off rip that Tank won the first 4 rounds.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I think Tank won the first 4 rounds when Tank was literally giving that man movement and he catch that nigga straight left. Straight left. The only problem I got with Tank is that he don't let his hands go enough because he relied too
Not
much on his
anymore.
power.
Not anymore. Tank used to go in there and really and throw him, man. Tank slowed down a lot, man. A lot. You
Because
guys
he
some of his older
relied on
fights,
his
man.
power.
Yeah, I think he probably fell in love with it too. That man.
And that's what a lot of power punchers do. They start trying to be more calculated, start setting traps a little bit more. But the thing is, you're not gonna be able to do that in every fight, and that's what make Bud
Mm-mm.
so great because
What
Bud
would y'all say Tank breakout fight was?
definitely the Leo Santa Cruz fight.
If you even if we go watch the Leos, Tank has been that type of guy, bro. Like, are we
Nah,
watching the same fights?
Nah,
He's been
one of
nah.
those
Tank.
rounds versus
Hold on.
Santa
Tank,
Cruz, man. Tank threw over 50 in the round, over that many in one
over
round.
50
The
punches
round,
is not a lot, bro. Rounds is
bro,
Yeah,
that's a
that's
50.
not
lot for
high
Tank. It
output,
is.
but Tank was a whole different dog. Like when he was hungry for this shit, you will
Bro.
see Tank. He'll walk through some shit. He'll motherfucking slip some
Hey,
punches, and
bro.
he'll go
I,
get
I
you.
think I think I think people got confused. Bro, Tank has been, to me, he's a counter puncher. To me.
Yeah, I mean with
But
the
that's what I'm
bigger
saying though. But
punchers,
hold on, De Niro. So we can agree that he's a counter puncher. Even since Pedraza, to me, Tank, he's always been a guy. He downloads the information, he sees what you're trying to do, and then he sets his trap. But Tank has never been a guy to be the initiator, be the one, starting the action. He's the guy that's reacting. To me, Tank has always been like that. That's his best attribute, is catching you. He catches you at the right time.
yeah,
After a while of you doing the
cause
same shit,
Frank,
he just
Leo.
catches you,
No,
snap,
I can't say that
and a
with
fight be over.
Leo.
Him and
They
Leo were
uh,
scrapping. That was a banger for a
Yeah,
little
they were
bit.
they were they
They
was
was
scrapping
they was
that, but that
scrapping.
was his coming out party. Cause you got to remember that whole
I ain't saw
situation
that
with
fight in a
Floyd.
while. That was a little minute ago, right? That was
That was an
Yeah,
before
action packed
COVID.
fight. Hell yeah, that was an action packed fight.
That was
That
before
fight
yeah,
was.
COVID, right?
yeah,
Yeah, he was skinny in that fight. Was it
bro.
that 30?
Yeah, was it?
I
Nah,
That
think.
was
Leo
30.
had came up from 30. I think they
Oh,
had just fought at
okay, okay.
35, if I'm not mistaken. It might be 30 though.
I
Leo
think
might have
yeah,
came
I
from
think
like
that fight was
26.
at 30. And he came out with what, the Mexican hat or some shit?
Yeah, the green and red on like Floyd.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
The
yeah,
green and
yeah,
red
yeah.
and white.
I remember that fight. You right. They was scrapping in that fight, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, but
Hell, him and
I
Pedraza
think
was banging too, though. I ain't gonna lie, that was
Yeah,
a banger. They was
no, he
banging too. That
was,
was a
bro. But
banger.
I'm saying though, like his best attribute, even if that's what I'm saying. His best
You
moments
right.
is when he catch you. It be that it's
But
just like a
I think the
split
difference in
second
those
shit.
moments is that I think Tank was still boxing more. I think when you go back to Frank Martin, some of these other fights, his pressure is making these dudes just where they like his pressure.
they
Like the Frank
scared.
Martin fight, he didn't even do shit special against Frank Martin. Frank Martin just kept running to the ropes and running around when Tank wasn't even throwing punches, just his pressure and getting close to him. So he knocked him out. Rolly over aggressive, leaning over his feet, throwing crazy punches, knocked him out. But I think in those earlier fights, Tank did fight more compared to him now. He sit back a little bit
Yeah,
more, wait, counter. But I think a lot of them fights he threw combinations and actually fought more in the fight. The Frank fight was just the first few rounds was just him high guard walking straight to Frank and Frank throwing a little combination, trying to lateral movement, lay on the ropes. That's what he did. He didn't do nothing crazy. I think back then he would have touched Frank up early in the fight if the way Frank was fighting too. I think a few years ago he would have touched
I
Frank
don't
up
know if
early in
he
the
would have
fight.
fought
Nah,
Frank. It'd
you
be
right. He would have
different.
stopped Frank 5 rounds.
Earl,
You not lying.
man,
Cause I'm
Frank
not
was
gonna lie to
big.
you.
He was
You
no, he
heard
was
what
scared
Tank
from the
said in
start
that
though.
corner. Tank said, "Nah, he's still strong. We ain't
He's
gonna
still
try him
strong.
yet." He said that. He said that what 2, 3 times.
He
Cause
did. He
after
did.
the
I
first,
remember.
after the first round, that was when he was like, "Nah, he's strong. He's strong." And then it was like the third round. He was like, "Nah, we okay. Just keep the high guard up." He was like, "Yeah, cause he's still strong." And then after what the like fifth, sixth round, that's when he really put hands on Frank Martin for the first time, and he was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
we about to try him."
I think Frank was scared though.
He was scared as
Frank
hell.
was from where I'm from in Indiana. I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Even though he rep Detroit, he from Fort Wayne, Indiana. At least he lived down here. His family down here. He got a big fan base down here. So everybody was rooting for him. But that was a fight. I seen he was scared because I was like, versus you see him versus Rivera. the dude that got Ali on his shorts. That performance, the Arden performance wasn't good. I don't know what was going on in that fight, but just seeing him in those fights and that confidence, and then seeing him how he was just overly moving, and I understand, yeah, he got a lot of power, but you said you got the brick hand too. Let that shit
Right.
go. If you gonna get knocked out regardless, get knocked out throwing your shit, not laying on the ropes. I mean, that's
But I
how I was
mean, he
feeling with it. Like
was. I just, bro,
he
looking at the
was, but it
weigh-in,
was just
that
like in
nigga looking like
spurts.
a skeleton, bro. Like, oh, bro,
They
being
gotta
weight
stop.
trained,
Hey,
that
To me,
shit.
to
you
me,
gotta
to
stop.
me in
They
that
gotta
fight,
stop
bro,
sucking down. Pause.
I think if when I watched that fight back, bro, Tank gave Frank Martin more respect than Frank Martin gave himself because Tank
Yeah,
Yeah,
was waiting on Frank Martin to initiate. And I think if Frank Martin would have kept busy, like just keeping shit out there, even if shit wasn't landing, I think if Frank Martin would have kept busy, like you say, I think Frank Martin from the start he was already against the ropes. But if
he
you
was,
watch,
and then
Tank
Frank was
wasn't really
up.
pressing
Frank
him.
was up most of the fight. Frank was up,
But
but then
that's
that fifth and
exactly,
sixth, you start seeing it. The
He was
fifth
up
round,
because
sixth
Tank was
round,
giving
you're
him
like, oh
respect. Like we
shit.
saying, Tank was like, "Oh yeah, he's strong, he's strong." So Tank was giving him the respect. But Frank wasn't giving himself no chance. He was already getting against the ropes, fighting on
Yeah, I was
defense.
like,
When
he
I
fought
think Frank
scared to me
Martin
that
should have been
fight.
the one on offense.
the
I
nigga
thought
was
when he was
shooting
in the
his
middle of the ring,
loads.
he was touching him. He was touching Tank up, but the inexperience, getting tired. I mean, it was. I mean, we should have thrown because that he fought Artem before Tank, right? Was that his last
Yeah,
fight before Tank? Yeah, he ain't look great that fight, and that was probably the weight getting to him too. But shit, if they saying you got Tank next, you gonna go get the money, no matter.
I
Even
bro, but I'm saying though, like really rewatch that fight, bro. It wasn't the
he
experience,
did.
bro.
No, you're right. He did give him too much. He gave him. He gave
Yeah,
him. Tank
way
gave him
too
a lot
much.
of
He was
respect. He
already
didn't.
against the ropes from round one. Frank Martin was
Yeah.
against the ropes.
And what's name kept telling him, stay off the rope, stay off the ropes, man,
That's
yeah.
stay
the
off the
Derek
rope.
that's
James kept
but
telling him
Throw
that.
your
see, look,
jab.
that
Throw your jab.
little shit like that, people don't understand about boxing because it's just little shit like that, especially to a fighter like Tank that's seen this type of shit. You get to doing shit like that, Tank is gonna be like, all right, he gonna let you play against the ropes. He's gonna pawn you. That's
And
Facts.
exactly what he
you can
did.
see Tank was rusty that fight. Tank was rusty because he was missing hella punches up close that he normally will land. But if you're gonna sit
Yeah,
on the
he
ropes and
was.
let him time his shots like that, he gonna start touching you up. But when it was in the middle of the ring, Tank was missing
I
everything.
think what Tank was doing was buttering him up. He was letting him get around the ropes, letting him get a little bit of confidence, letting him get a few punches off
True.
just to catch him, just to make him quit. Because if you really watch that fight, Frank Martin really quit, bro. That nigga really quit.
He started laying on the ropes. When that one round, he
That
before
nigga really
he
quit,
got
bro.
knocked out,
That body
he
shot. That
yeah.
body shot took the confidence, the little confidence that Frank Martin did have.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, at first, the first 4 rounds, the first 4 or 5 rounds, because it changed at the end of the fifth, because they exchanged one time, and Frank Martin, he threw his shit back, and he like, nigga, hold up, I got something too. But then when he caught him with that body shot, when Frank tried to go under, thinking that
Yeah.
Tank was about to go for the head, he caught him to the body. And then
And Frank
Frank
acknowledged
Martin
it too.
went back to the corner and said, and Derek James was like, is any of that shit hurting you? Frank Martin was like, no, I mean the body shot, but I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah.
That let me know
Yeah.
right there. That's when his
Mm.
confidence left. And then that 6th round, uh Javante Davis touched his ass up some more because he on Javante's side, he like the nigga slowing down. And
Yeah.
Javante knew he got to him with that body shot. If you look at the fight, Javante laughed. He literally laughed when he hit him with that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But also back on Frank Martin, this Bartholomew, whatever that nigga name is, Bartholomew.
Tough fight.
Yeah, nah. Frank
You don't think
KO.
so?
Nope.
Frank KO?
Frank KO. Bartholomew, he lost 2 of his last 3 fights. The
I seen the
nigga,
one fight where he got stopped. He was fighting good
yeah,
before he got stopped. One of those fights I seen.
we
I don't
can't
even
take
know
away
who
Mm.
he
Frank
is, but
Martin.
I saw that announcement though.
Yeah, we
I
can't take
but
away Frank Martin
I
power.
think it's a great move though. It's a great move though for Frank Martin to try to catapult himself back to a good spot because this the type of shit that fighters don't like to do, but it's the type of shit that needs to happen when you take a big loss like that. shit, if you especially taking some time off, you come back, get a light touch. This is when a tune-up is feasible.
Yeah.
This is when the tune-up is needed. When you take a huge loss, you trying to find yourself and see where you at. You feel me? Then you take a Bartholomew or whoever the fuck this
Yeah.
nigga is.
For
And then
real.
See,
you
that's the
feel me? And
difference
then after
too.
this, you catch some wreck.
Everybody always say, "Oh, boxing ain't the same." Well, I was like, "Shit, man, these dudes ain't got to fight 20 times in a year to get the money." He fought, and then we ain't seen this dude in how long? Just like Errol Spence and Charlo and all them. Them niggas get their big fights and fight, man. You might not see Errol for a year, 2 years. Charlo's a year, 2 year. Tank a year. They getting so much money now. They don't even got to fight that much, man.
But Frank said is it wasn't even about him getting a payday and him chilling. He said they just can't get no fight. They couldn't get no fight dates. And I don't know what the hell going on with the PBC, but I can kind of see it because if you notice, all the big name PBC fighters, they was going over there with Turkey. They going
Mm-hmm.
shit. They let first off they let Canelo go when he was supposed to be in the contract. Then motherfucking you got
David,
David Benavidez going over there. He was
David
supposed to fight
Morrell.
Bivol. Then yeah, you got David Morale going over there. If you notice, I think shit PBC just been sitting back, getting that little cut off the top, letting Turkey fund these pockets real quick, get they pockets back fat. Then they threw on a goddamn Manny Pacquiao, fucking Mario
That's what I thought,
Barrios.
man. PBC did some slick shit to me, man, because they threw Stan Jonas in there, right? Well, what's the name? They know because Boots was Boots with PBC at one time. Was he signed to him or was he just fighting with him? I used to see
Nah,
him on PBC all the time.
cause Boots was with he was fighting on Showtime, and I don't who was he fighting under?
He wasn't with PBC.
I
I
don't
seen him on
think I don't
PBC a
think
couple times. I feel like I seen him on there fighting. I don't know if he was actually a PBC fighter, but I just thought it was strange. Like y'all threw Stan Jonas in there. Y'all know this dude trying to what's the name? Then all of a sudden, Barrios is fighting Pacquiao. Like
yeah they
like
needed a payday, bro.
Hey,
that was
if you
crazy.
notice, if you
That was
notice, bro,
crazy.
if you notice, bro, PVC is hella slick, bro, because they even got Keith Thurman fighting Fundora. I'm
They
telling you,
told him
bro.
old.
It's not just it's really, bro. They trying to get niggas lined up, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's like, but they slick like you just said. S dot you right. They slick because they keeping they shit in house. All the shit
Hmm.
that matter to them,
Yeah.
they keeping that shit in house.
They trying to push them niggas over, but they trying to push Barrio over. Barrios, you Mexican, you gonna have the fan base. Just beat Manny Pacquiao. That dude did not try to go win that fight. I don't care what nobody say. That nigga ain't trying to win that fight, bro. Even with this
For
fight,
real.
Fundora beat Keith Thurman on PBC, get him out the way. You're gonna send. That's a name on your resume. No matter what people say, Thurman's still a name, still a champion, still was a champion, a good champion. So they trying to get these dudes and get them over, but they gotta go finish the job. Like Barrios, man, that fight was just. It was points where Manny Pacquiao wasn't even moving. It's like he's moving, but he's not moving. He's right there.
For
I
real.
probably could have went there and hit Manny Pacquiao. I'm like, yo, he just standing there. He ain't
But
want to
if y'all
punch on him or
notice,
something. I don't
PBC
know.
like keeping them belts. PBC gonna keep the belts
Yeah.
because even with the Rolly Ryan Garcia fight, Floyd Ben said that Rolly would have beat Ryan Garcia years ago because it's
Hmm.
a style thing.
Yeah.
And Rolly went in there and did, bro. Rolly didn't have to do too much, bro. All he did was literally his right hand up, or was it his left hand? No, it's his right hand
Get it
up,
right here,
and
love.
he was just literally swinging with his left. And
I was
once he
laughing at
dropped
that fight.
Ryan, you feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, you
PBC
know what?
smart.
I was laughing because they thought they act like Rolly put on a match. I was like, yo, Rolly didn't do nothing special that fight. People were like, oh, Rolly. I said, yo, Rolly threw the same punch over and over. Ryan
Yeah.
was just in there bitching. He was pussying. He ain't want to
Hey,
do
bro, you know
nothing.
what, bro? De Niro, you just said some shit, bro. And I said this, bro. I said, bro, Fundora is. I love the nigga, bro. That's my favorite fighter at 54, bro. But they got this nigga in PC, bro. He just fought Tim Tszyu twice,
Mm-hmm.
and now he's finna fight Keith Thurman, bro. Like when I
You got to
say
do.
niggas is getting cherry picks, bro, like you just said, PBC is holding on to them bitches for dear life, bro. Bro, look at who
I
this nigga just fought. His last 3 fights was all 3 scrapes, bro.
You gotta erase that knockout out of people's mind. That's what they doing. It's actually it's genius. It's genius marketing because
It is
people.
like
I still remember the knockout. It ain't out of my mind yet, so he ain't
Right.
did enough work for me yet. I still remember when his ass got up and was smiling at the ref, and the ref he was like, you ain't get up, nigga. He looked at the ref and smiled. The ref said, yo, you ain't get up. He was mad at the ref. He looked at the ref like, why you stop the fight, nigga? You sitting on your ass. What you mean?
Hey, bro, this nigga Fundora
Yeah.
feel like some God of War monster or some shit. That nigga, that bro,
He
it
said,
took this nigga forever to fall, bro. That's
yo,
why I say the best thing for niggas to do to beat Fundora is to get him off balance. And once you hit that nigga, don't stop. You can't
fat.
sit there. You can't sit there and try to hit him with a shot, get back out. Once you hit that nigga, you gotta hit that nigga with 3, 4 more punches because the nigga big as hell. If you can get him off balance, he tall, I'm tall. I play ball. I know how it is when, oh shit, I'm off balance. Hold on, let me reset real quick. And I'm way quicker on my feet than goddamn Fundora, and I'm 270. That nigga, bro, I just don't see nothing special in Fundora besides his length. I
he
don't
not
never.
special. He just 6'5", bro. He ain't special.
He
He's
not
6'6".
special.
He not
You
special.
know the special thing about Fundora to me, bro, is that he can make 154. No cap,
That's special
nigga.
for real.
Hey, real shit. Hey, bro, you know,
Yo,
no, it's special to me, bro, because he can make 154 and he's still strong enough to where, because when it doesn't look like he's rehydrating much more. It looks like he just rehydrates to where his face is full and he's not that skinny in the face. But he's still skinny as fuck on fight night. So
That
that's
nigga
what's
head
crazy to
little as
me
hell.
is that he
even as
genuinely makes
skinny as he is,
154.
even if he was able to put on weight, like I couldn't imagine him at a higher weight, even fighting like somebody like a Hamza. Even I couldn't imagine the fight for
Nah,
him,
he'll
bro.
stop him. He'll stop
He'll
him.
stop who?
He'll stop Hamza Shiraz, bro.
Hell
Hamza
no.
Shiraz would beat the shit out of
Hey,
He
Fundora.
hey,
would.
hey, hey, y'all, you crazy,
Hey,
bro.
Hey,
yo,
You
hey,
crazy,
Ford,
bro.
yo.
I ain't gonna lie
Hey,
to you,
hey,
bro.
Hamza,
Fundora
I
bro,
do
can't
not.
stay
Fundora
at that.
stops
I think
Hamza
Hamza
Shiraz,
lost to
bro.
Bronco.
Bro,
Adame whoop Hamza ass, but Fundora with just the simple, the jab and the overhand, the uppercut, that same combination, that shit gonna get him knocked out when he go up to
bro.
he go up
Okay,
in more
okay.
weight
As God
classes.
tell, what did Hamza Shiraz do against Edgar Berlanga that was special?
He didn't do nothing. Edgar was fighting good. Edgar got impatient, got himself knocked out.
Thank
He didn't
you,
do nothing.
thank.
I'm not
And
gonna
you know
lie,
what?
he
That's what
didn't.
motherfuckers don't understand. If you ask me, Edgar Berlanga
Edgar
was
was fighting
winning.
good as shit. He
Edgar
was
He
throwing
Berlanga
his
was winning
was.
jab.
probably 4 or 5 rounds
Hey,
Yo,
what
Edgar
happened
did that
to
shit that
Edgar?
one round.
This nigga Edgar Belanga jab disappeared, bro. Cause at
in
first
Bro,
middle
it
he,
of
was
the fight,
snapping.
though. Middle of the
Bro,
fight.
I
yo,
never seen the
he
demise of
didn't
a
want to.
nigga jab so quick. At first it was snapping. It was quicker than
Snapping.
Shiraz. It was snappy. Then he'd change it up, go down to the body a little bit, jab to the body, come back. Bitch, he getting off first. And it
He didn't
seemed
want to
like
get
I don't
outdone
know
by what's the
what
name, bro.
happened.
Shakur.
That
The
shit, that
Shakur fight was in
nigga.
that nigga head. He didn't want to get outshined by Shakur in his city. That nigga went to that high guard and pressed up on Hamza Shiraz. I'm like, bro, you was just boxing beautiful the whole fight. What are you doing?
Bro,
Knocked down 2 minutes later.
facts. I don't that's the craziest fight I can say I seen this year because I seen a nigga boxing at I give him like a B plus, A minus the first like round, maybe round and a half. And that nigga went to a D minus.
Bro, he went to that when he went to that high guard and went high guard to high guard with this dude. I'm like, yo, your jab is too fast for him. He throwing them hooks. You ducking. I thought sooner or later, I thought Berlanga was gonna catch him because he was just a step ahead of him early in that fight. He was a
Facts.
step ahead of Shiraz. Then he went to that inside. He tried to fight him on the inside. I'm like, yo, this dude's too big, bro. He too big,
Facts.
bro. You
I
ain't even
don't
a
know what
real.
the
You're
hell
not even a
happened.
real 68-pounder, really.
Hey, yo,
Hey,
Man,
what the fuck?
and that's
G,
what I
you
didn't
straight,
get
bro?
right.
yeah, my bad. My,
They got GG underwater, boy. They
On
they
God,
doing
man. Hey,
wrong,
look,
man.
man, I'm finna get up out of here, man. But before I go, man, everybody hit the like button, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Tell your sister to tell her brother because it's telephone and we talking boxing on a Friday night with Greg Hackett, man. Hit the like button, man. The Cash App preferred method is GregieCash, man. Fuck with the squad. I'm out of here, man. All right then, Greg, man.
appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir. But
Appreciate
Man,
y'all.
what's next for Bud, bro?
Part two of the you heard
Oh, yep.
Bud going they said Bud gonna start doing action movies, brother.
My only thing is, bro, I was thinking about Bud career, and I was like, yo, I want to see Bud fight from a different perspective. Like, I feel like we always got to see Bud fight from uh for as long as I've been watching him. I feel like we always got to see him fight like, I'm not gonna say Rocky, but it's like the underdog. So when he win every time,
right.
it's like a championship. But I want to see him fighting as, yeah, to him, he's the best, and to a lot of his fans, but I think now it's worldwide acknowledged. Like, no, that's the number one fighter in the world. I want to see him fight from the other perspective. Like, no, you the top dog, and they hunting you now. I'm not saying he has to. I think his career is good, but if he does fight still, I just want to see it from a different perspective. Cause I feel like I seen the underdog story, and I seen it again, and I seen it again. Now I want to see him like a Floyd type. You know what I mean? You on top now. Now it's acknowledged by the world you on top. I just want to see what that looked like, from him. I don't think much have changed, but I just want to see what it looked like because I feel like it's two different. Every fighter is like, oh, he the underdog. He can't do this. He too small, too this, too that. But now he on top. The world recognize it. Number one pound for pound, solidified. I want to see him fight from that perspective now. I feel like as the best fighter being hunted by other fighters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. After the Canelo win, bro, he cried. He got the damn fight. He went in
You
there.
think
I
it's
ain't gonna
over?
lie. He did some amazing shit. Even
He
after
did.
for years saying I don't think I could ever fight him. He fight
Yeah.
guys as big as 175. He
Yep.
pulled up with the super snack. I honestly want to see the nigga in paid in full too, or the nigga can go play in the goddamn Belly sequel or some shit. He need to
Yeah,
go
I think his
be a
career, I
goddamn
feel like his
hitman in
career
the.
solidified, bro.
Yeah, he done, bro. Like you this you can't top this. You can't top it. No matter what you do,
Trying
you
to
can't
trying to
top
top that moment and be a because I feel like they say, oh well, go down to 160, try to get one of those belts from them dudes that I mean, to me, them are good fights, but all three of them dudes, I would say Lara done been it, but that Adamas and Janabek, them dudes thirsty for a big fight, man. They so thirsty, man. They might hurt something for real. I ain't saying they could beat Bud, but just how hungry they are right now, they ain't fighting each other, but they calling out everybody else. If he go down there thinking like, yeah, I can go undisputed down here. I think he can go undisputed, but I think, man, taking them belts from each one of them dudes, man, you gonna have to kill one of them niggas in the ring, man. You gonna have to them niggas down there so hungry for even a opportunity to fight anybody they ain't fighting each other. They should be fighting each other. Shit, unify that shit. But if Bud come down there like, oh, I won't shoot, man, them niggas, man, I don't know.
bro. I'm
I
never
think he should
betting
just
against
retire,
Bud
bro.
again, bro.
Hell no,
I
never. I
watched
would
this
never.
nigga. I watched this nigga Bud move up and fight a Canelo, and that nigga went in the ring without that head, but that nigga Bud coming out that bitch Floyd status, going
Yeah.
straight to the club, bro. I don't know how he. You
My
said
bad,
what?
y'all. I'm talking about the end this live, man. I gotta
All right, bro.
All right, bet it up, G.
All right,
Shit,
bro.
tap in.
Yep, yep, yep.
BT, man. Appreciate the love and support. We here. I mean, the brothers pulled up tonight. Two shows. I appreciate the love, man. Once again, without y'all, ain't no GHBTV. Thank y'all.